50 Secrets in Fortnite Chapter 4. The Excalibur weapon is now in game, but did you know if you're hit with an explosive sword, just use an emote and run away? Timing this perfectly leaves you completely unharmed. And this year's Winterfest trailer is hiding a huge secret only Chapter 1 players will remember. The animation is a throwback to the very first Winterfest in Season 7, but this time Crackshot and his dog are joined by Guff. Even more surprising is a secret hidden on the radio. If you listen carefully when driving around the island, sometimes you could actually hear Typical Gamer.
Don't be a doofus. Keep it locked on Party Royale Radio with me, Typical Gamer.
Something that's even harder to find is a rift encounter that spawns Tender Defender's chickens. If you eliminate them, the poor guy will start crying. Before you feel bad, wait until you learn the hidden story behind this gas station sign. Looks like a random prop at first, but it's a secret Chapter 3 tribute when someone used it to fly across the map. That's not the only thing returning because the Coral Buddies survived again. Since Chapter 2, these guys have made it through every live event, and Fracture was no exception. You can now find them hidden away on an iceberg in the corner of the map. The next time you get the balloon perk, you might want to combine it with the Deku Smash, because you can blast people from the sky. It's devastating. And there might be another collab making its way to the island, because the new trailer for Across the Spider-Verse secretly includes Fortnite's Spider-Man Zero skin. Others have pointed out that it could be the Mark III outfit, but considering we already did a collab last season, it's not out of the question. One of the craziest moments of Chapter 4 has been the MRBEAST tournament, where second place got $0. Just when you think it couldn't get worse, Beast made a poll asking what second place should get, and the community voted for a taco over $10,000. That's only after he stops glitching all over the place. If you're playing in creative with the new Beast Claw pickaxe and change it out with a phone booth, your entire arm will disappear. I mean, what did Fortnite do to Jimmy? And you'll be even more surprised to hear that the Oathbound are inspired by the Infinity Blade, not the Mythic, but Epic's old game from years ago. They shut down the series, but the design of the armor, castles, even the futuristic tech are all from the game. Not to mention that some of them are called the Deathless, which is pretty on the nose. And a big thank you to World of Tanks for sponsoring this video. Join 100 million players in this free-to-play game where you'll command destroyers, artillery, light, medium, and heavy tanks to decimate your enemies. There's over 600 to choose from. This game was created with historical accuracy and inspiration in mind, which really makes it feel like a tank commander taking part in a furious armored offensive. Earn experience, modify, and upgrade your tank to create a steel beast ready for any challenge. How you play is up to you, Russian guns blazing or ambush your opponents, but join soon because from December 1st to January 9th, World of Tanks is hosting its biggest event of the year called Holiday Ops. It's here you'll be rewarded premium tanks, customizations, crews, and you can even unlock Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mila Jovovich as commanders. Little fun fact, M47 Iron Arnie was actually created with the help of Arnie. It was inspired by the real tank he personally owns. World of Tanks is available on PC, console, and mobile. So download today by clicking the top link in the description and use code TANKMANIA for a free 7 days of premium, 250,000 credits, the Tank Excelsior, and 3 different rental tanks for 10 battles each. And that brings us to our next secret. There's a new painting that shows this vehicle, which looks like a modded sedan, but we actually saw this years ago. Soon we'll be able to buy a real car with the amount of money Fortnite owes players. The FTC has fined Epic $250 million, so let's hope you're one of them. In the final cinematic of the Fracture event, you can spot Sid and Cuddle King running along the giant spinning head. This is a direct tribute to Fortnite's original logo. But for years we've hated using extra large skins because they're too bulky. But now in Chapter 4, they have a wider FOV, and this is actually giving people an advantage. But there's one special skin you have to try out. If you talk to the Aura NPC as Lara Croft, there's secret dialogue that calls you a legend, and that's because Oro is also a treasure hunter. But did you know that most people are using augments completely wrong? The Chug Cannon perk is pretty great for infinite heals, but if you don't need it yet, turns out there's no time limit. Just wait until the perfect moment and activate it later in the game. You can also get an advantage at the start of a match by hiding in a snowball just as the bus launches. When you drop, it disables your glider, which will definitely be patched soon. But make sure to land at the Herald Tree because if you have low graphics, it looks ridiculous. I mean, we're meant to be on next gen, but this is from PS1. And it's not the only hilarious part of Chapter 4. Turns out you control your friends with the new Deku Mythic. Since it forms a mini tornado, you could throw reboot cards across the map, and this could either end really badly or be game-changing. Maybe you can't find one of them. Well, look out for special vending machines. Any Weapon-O-Matic has a chance to be taken over with a collab version, and it sells Deku Smash for only 250 gold. Once you've grabbed one, combine it with the Dub Shotgun and Soaring Sprint to pull off a ridiculous move. One of the best secrets is in the Winterfest cabin, where every present you open is slowly added to the background. But one of these has secretly revealed an unreleased skin. When you open this present, you'll get a spray that shows Christmas tree guff, but nobody noticed the new painting that appears after, revealing the entire outfit. It's not the only character with a huge secret. Now that Jules is back on the island, we could finally find out what's been going on with Midas. Talk to her with him equipped, and she'll turn you away so she doesn't get pulled into any schemes. But Chapter 4's craziest Easter egg is hiding in a different game. Now that the Whiplash is in Rocket League, you can see the rift where it came from. But one thing you won't see are invisible players, and now there is tons of them, and we know exactly how to do it. If you aim with the Red-Eye Assault Rifle while in a truck, your entire body just straight up vanishes. You can also get a crazy advantage by using the best drop spot in the game. There's a small castle that has a chance of spawning 2 Oathbound chests, a dirt bike, and a ton of loot. If it's your first time dropping there, you might just hear OG music. Any POIs that appeared in the last 3 chapters have a secret theme song that plays when you discover them. MRBEAST has become one of the most popular skins in Chapter 4, and while sadly some of us can't afford them, you can always settle for MRBEAST. Speaking of reusing old characters, you might be wondering where the henchmen went after the live event. Turns out they survived, and there's a chance they appear in a rift encounter. One encounter that's almost impossible to find gives you the rarest vehicle in the game. There is a chance a Whiplash spawns in through a rift, and since they've been vaulted, this is the last one in existence. Not the only missing car, because the Octane was vaulted as well. However, there's one hardcore fan left at Frenzy Fields. Here you can find a room full of posters and even a TV to play Rocket League. He just needs to chill on the pizza though. Something that's a little bit more healthy gives you instant shields. If you find a pack of Sky Jellies, just drive through them and suddenly you'll be at max health in a second. One feature that didn't make it to Chapter 4 was the original design of the Citadel. The Battle Pass loading screens show it was meant to look like this, but maybe it'll transform over time. The grapple bow is back, and if you pair it with the soaring sprints perk, you can launch yourself into space. While you're up there, look out for the Dead Space collab coming this January. The insider didn't give many details, but we'll just have to wait a couple weeks to see if this one comes true. Turns out there's an even more exciting collab for Christmas. Donald Mustard has teased Die Hard with a tweet, and we already know Epic has been planning this one thanks to the 2020 leaks. And you gotta know about this secret that's causing millions of people to be sent back to the lobby. If you're like everyone else using the Shockwave Hammer, don't use it while sliding, because you'll actually take fall damage. Someone else who made a fatal mistake was the Herald. While we all thought she was dead, there has been some suspicious activity at the tree. If you listen closely, you can hear breathing, and there's even a strange hole in the back. At the same time, head to Warden's Watch, and you'll find a reference to Stargate. Right now, the Ageless is building this portal, which is inspired by the classic franchise. Don't expect to watch Stargate at the theater, because Risky Reels is gone. It survived for 2 entire chapters, and was the only POI to last this long. And there's even more interesting locations in the MRBEAST map. Of playing the cup, you might have noticed a plane crash, free house, and military chase. All of them are references to his videos. There's also a hidden tribute to Kevin the Cube. The strange decorations from Fort Jonesy made it into Chapter 4, and you can find it opposite to the Slurp Juice factory. They still have the blue, gold, and purple cubes, as well as the mysterious red version. Speaking of familiar faces, I guess we know what happened to the visitor with this insane glitch. And Jenna isn't safe from glitches either, because the Oathbound emoticon is completely broken with a hollow backbling. I mean, I'm pretty sure this ain't supposed to happen. Well, that's mostly harmless, unlike the most overpowered combo of Chapter 4. Use the balloon perk with the Shockwave Hammer, and it'll basically let you fly. You can do this as many times as you want, which feels super broken. While this hands you free wins, Fortnite is also giving away V-Bucks to millions of players. Anyone who owns the Wolverine Claws emote has been given 500 V-Bucks as an apology for Reboot Rally. If you like freebies, there's also a great tip for getting millions of points. If you balance your bike perfectly on a tiny wall, you will get stuck and just rack up the trick points forever. Speaking of forever, Battle Breakers is shutting down at the end of the year, and this means the collab skins might never return, making them one of the rarest sets out there. And if you don't manage to grab it, at least you'll be able to create your own skins in the future. With Creative 2.0, Tim Sweeney has confirmed that custom models will be possible, but we're still pretty far away from it. Thank you again to World of Tanks for sponsoring this video. Click the top link in the description to download today. But with that said, it's been Tommy. Keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.